Okay, morning, midget Blokes at it again. This time, problem's a splashy idling problem. The car's not idling very smoothly, it's using up quite a lot of fuel, a lot of smell coming out of the exhaust. If you go around the back, they'll give you the symptoms. You can listen, it's a very uneven note on idle, what we call a splashy noise. The inside of the exhaust is very sooted up. And if I put my hand over the exhaust with my glove on, you can see that I'm picking up quite a lot of liquid. You think, well, what's that? And that's petrol. So it's not burning the petrol very efficiently, and it's something I want to try and sort out by certainly starting with the plugs, because I suspect if they're sooted up, that'll be a problem with my mixture. But I'm going to start by cleaning the plugs up from now, okay? Get the socket on.
One plug at a time then, Mike.
Yeah. Oh, clink, clonk, clonk. So my lovely assistant is going to go and try and find the extension which has appeared. So here comes the plug. Okay, so it's actually not looking too bad. It's reasonably brown, so that's encouraging. So a little bit of emery paper. Often we'll just tidy it up a bit. You can slide it in between without damaging the gap. Just, they look reasonably clean. On the whole, light brown is good. So we'll pop that one back. Just make sure the plug seats nicely. Always do them up by hand and then tighten them up at the last minute.
So Mike, you're only doing one at a time. Why is that?
Just check each one in turn, see what they look like. Always try and remember to put the lead back on so you know which lead comes off which plug, because it's quite important for timing. The one that's hardest on the midget is the one here where the alternator is, and I might leave that for another day. But I'll look at the other three, see if I can but it's quite encouraging in that plug, when I took it out earlier, and I have had a little look at the idling speed. Now that one there is a good example of a pretty well sooted up plug. It's very black, covered in soot, and that doesn't help the idling because it's stopping the spark getting through as efficiently as it could do. Once you put the accelerator down, and there's lots of spark, it doesn't matter so much. But certainly when you're idling, everything needs to be pretty clean. Plugs are not expensive, but they do have a reasonable life. I haven't done that many miles on these, and if you keep them just in reasonable shape with a little bit of maintenance, it can improve, I hope, the idling. It's a little bit tricky with the sunlight.
It's easier when it's raining, is it?
It's just a little bit tricky when the light's in your face. But what are we doing here? I'm just going around in circles. Oh, there we go. Never need to do them up that tight. Pop the old lead back on. Always goes on snap. Final one. Probably a bit of a boring video. On the whole, the great thing about the car on the whole is everything's a little bit inaccessible, but you find you can move things around. There you
Look
go,
at that.
and there's a
That looks
nice,
a bit grim, doesn't it?
sooty plug. It probably means my mixture's a little bit rich, and I need to think about trying to weaken it. The weakening of the mixture is quite a difficult job in terms of you've got the jets underneath the carburetors, and they let the petrol in at the right speed, and if those are not quite set right, you find you're getting too much fuel. If it's running a bit rich, it does actually accelerate very, very nicely, but it doesn't help the idling situation. So I've got good acceleration in all sort of levels, so there's nothing wrong with the car. It's just I'm probably using up more petrol than I should do. And the people behind me when I'm idling in a traffic jam seem to be holding their throats and coughing at me and waving because I'm pumping out rather a lot of fuel into their lovely clean cars that are sucking in the air through the air conditioning. It's not terribly pleasant for them. For all you youngsters listening, manual dexterity is quite an important element in car maintenance, but it's a lot of it's experience. So you find you can work out how to do things just by trial and error. That's been the fun aspect of maintaining a car. You're always learning, always learning. These are long threaded plugs, as you can probably tell. Enormously. started it. Sorry about that. Wasting your film, Johnny. Now the final one I think is probably going to be a challenge.
Said you were going to leave that for another day, Mike.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's
See if it's
cold.
any better. See if it's any better. So let's start the engine up. Make sure the buttons are on. Boop, boop, boop. So you can still hear it slightly spluttering. You get some even notes and there's a little splash in the middle. Yeah, but still a lot of petrol coming out there, so I probably need to get underneath and do the jets on the carburetors, which is another job. Over and out.